Our next sketch will cover NNRTIs, or non-nucleotide reverse transcriptase inhibitors, and in this scene, not Knights of the Round Table. While historians have tried in vain to uncover historical truths within the Arthurian legend, one theme remains indelible throughout: fantasy. So welcome to the Navirapine Forest, an elven pinecone forest outside Camelot. It's home to an elven tribe led by Queen Elphavir, representing Efaverans, with her daughter and heir, Princess Delavir, representing Delavirdine. Watch out, because this has the dine suffix like the NRTIs, but it also kind of has that Delavir elvish sound. Elf Princess Delavir. It has a nice ring to it, right? Notice in the background, we can see Camelot in the distance. It's only a model. Shh! But this is to remind you that these are not Knights of the Round Table and therefore do not need a phosphorylation signal. Let's sketch in a knight riding furiously toward the castle with phosphorylation signal scroll in hand to alert King Arthur of the evil HIV wizard's imminent return. But these elven folk act on their own. NNRTIs bind directly to HIV reverse transcriptase, resulting in allosteric inhibition, preventing synthesis of viral DNA. So again, we have our evil retroviral wizard's Reverso Transcriptum spellbook. This time, lodged with an arrow allosterically, it's actively halted, again with the bookmark that emphasizes halted DNA polymerase activity. Adverse effects are common with NNRTIs. Abrupt onset of flu-like symptoms, abdominal pain, jaundice, and fever can indicate hepatic failure, which is potentially life-threatening. This will all be embodied in the majestic, though jaundiced, woodland creature commanded by Queen Elphavir. Notice the prominent liver spot, which emphasizes the potentially life-threatening liver failure that can occur within 6 weeks of starting NNRTI therapy. The principal adverse effects of efavirenz specifically involve the central nervous system. This includes dizziness, drowsiness, insomnia, nightmares, headache, as well as psychiatric symptoms. Well, we've made it a nightmare to remind you of insomnia and nightmares. And also notice that our Queen Elphavir is kind of mesmerized by those psychosis-inducing CNS antlers. It seems our Reverso Transcriptum spellbook still has some power left in it, as if by some evil incantation a giant tarantula has appeared to attack Queen Elphavir as she grabs her head, incapacitated by this nightmare vision. The tarantula is our recurring theme for teratogenicity, of course. Both efavirenz and delavirdine have been associated with birth defects and in vivo studies, so should be avoided during pregnancy. To highlight this, we've made Princess Delavir pregnant, cowering away from the teratogenic tarantula. NNRTIs cause numerous drug-drug interactions because of varying effects on the liver's cytochrome P450 system. Navirapine is a moderate inducer. Efavirenz and delavirdine activate and inhibit the cytochrome system, and are also substrates that are metabolized by it. So, we'll sketch in our recurring sketchy symbol, the CYP450 license plate attached to a chrome bumper. It's on the front of the cytochrome carriage that has mistakenly strayed into elven territory. Psh, this guy should have known better. One does not simply walk into the Navirapine forest. As you can see, it's been halted by the Navirapine forest elves. The rider's mask is thrown off. Ooh, some kind of vitamin-deficient goblin, maybe? Anyway, the removing of a red face mask is our recurring symbol for the sloughing rash of Stevens-Johnson syndrome. As a class, NNRTIs are associated with skin rash, which may infrequently manifest more seriously as SJS. It looks like we're not quite welcome here anymore, so let's quickly sum up this sketch. NNRTIs are not nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, so they do not need phosphorylation by cellular enzymes. The phosphorylation scroll heads to Arthur's castle instead. Navirapine, efavirenz, and delavirdine work through allosteric inhibition of that Reverso Transcriptum reverse transcriptase, which causes DNA chain termination. Adverse effects are common with NNRTIs, and our jaundiced stag represents hepatic failure, which is potentially life-threatening. Also remember that efavirenz is associated with some pretty serious CNS side effects, and that both delavirdine and efavirenz should be avoided during pregnancy, as our teratogenic tarantula suggests. NNRTIs also can cause numerous drug interactions due to various effects on the cytochrome P450 system, hence the chrome carriage. You know what? Never go to the elves for counsel, for they will answer both no and yes. Let's instead go over to the protease inhibitors, where I think Guinevere and the princesses could use a little help.